everyone, and welcome back, Nerdgenic Nation. I'm the anime expert here at Nerdgenic.com, and today I will be giving you my full review of Pixar's latest film, Turning Red. But before we get started, let me take a moment to tell you about our Patreon page. If you're a fan of our work here at Nerdgenic.com, then consider becoming a patron. Doing so will give you behind-the-scenes access to early links, tutorials, and much more to come. With your support, Aaron can keep you updated with all the superheroes, Russ can share his words of wisdom, and I can bring you bigger and better anime content. Now back to the video. I have a very personal connection to this movie because it was an exact reflection of how I grew up, because me and my best friend were exactly like the main characters, because we were the main characters. So let's start with the overview. Turning Red is a coming-of-age story about a Chinese-Canadian middle school girl named Mei who is learning to control and eventually embrace her panda, along with struggling with her identity and how she wants to fit into the world. I absolutely love how they didn't dance around how going through puberty was for girls because this movie was absolutely spot on. With over-prepared mom ready to give you the talk about how your body is changing, to embarrassing moments in school, supportive friend groups, and even getting your first crush. Everything was scarily accurate to how my best friend and I were. I also really love how this movie addresses the generational trauma that frequently occurs in Asian families. Mei had to hide a lot about herself in fear that it would hurt or upset her family, which is something later revealed to be something Mei's mom also struggled with, because being the perfect daughter was always too much pressure. Now, let's talk about the characters. First of all, I want to applaud Disney for making this movie so diverse. Toronto is a very diverse place. There are characters of all ethnicities, disabilities, and even religion present in this movie, which I feel makes the movie even more realistic. And don't get me started with how much I loved the character designs. The movie takes place in the early 2000s, and with the Tamagotchis and the shell necklaces and the boy band crazes, you can absolutely jump back into the 2000s when watching. So Mei and her family are Chinese Canadian, and so while Mei's parents would wear more traditional Chinese clothing, Mei would rock the comfy leggings skirt combo with a jacket. And she is a super hard worker with perfect grades and many extracurriculars to impress her mom. Then we have the besties, Miriam, Pyra, and Abby. This friend group looks and acts in such a colorful, diverse way, and yet they complement each other so well. They have different struggles but bond over their love for boys and boy bands. These girls are Mei's support system, and they are absolutely perfect for that job with how loving they are to Mei throughout the movie. Next, let's move on to the aesthetics of this movie. Like I said before, this movie is so 2000s. Like the cars are a little dated, passing notes in class, how the characters dress, down to how they talk and interact with one another. But what's also refreshing about this movie is how heavily influenced the stylization is by anime. The director confirms that she was heavily influenced by her favorite anime with how the characters express themselves, down to Mei's panda being fluffy like Totoro. But there are a lot of new and old references throughout the movie, like how the popular boy band Four Town has the same vibe as Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, but with a fresh influence of popular bands like BTS. You can't tell me Taehyung isn't inspired by BTS's Taehyung. Speaking of Four Town, Disney made an absolute banger of a soundtrack in this movie. Just listen to this. I'm literally so obsessed with this song, I sing it all the time. Not to mention, this song exploded on TikTok as well. This movie was a refreshing reminder of my transition into adulthood and a fun movie to watch all around. So with that, I rate this movie a 10 out of 10. So tell me, what did you think of this movie? Please let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with the new anime content, which you can find more of right here. Or if you need a little variety, Russ and Aaron got you covered here. See you guys in the next video. Anime expert Ash out.